Ladies and gentlemen, screw my intro. We got ourselves one. We got ourselves... the Commanders drafting Josh Conerly Jr., I feel like it's going to be a blessing in disguise. You know, I'm going to be honest. You know, I like to think that we include honesty in this channel. I kind of wanted an edge. I wanted an edge. But at the same time, we all know this. The best teams are built on the trenches. You win with the big guys up front. The chunk-a-dunks. You win with those guys. And our O-line and our D-line, they're not at the place where they should be. You know, so honestly, I was like, you know what? I would prefer an edge, but you know what? Give me a chunk-a-dunk. Give me somebody that can go in the O-line or D-line. And we did it. But screw me. Adam Peters said this last night regarding Josh Conerly Jr. and how much just the entire team was raving about him.
This was a pick from the entire building. And, you know, you're talking about starting off with Paul Scansey, who's our West Coast scout, stood on the table for him really early and put him on the map. And then really just throughout the process, we fell more and more in love with him. And the coaches were all on board. The coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury, Brian Johnson, DQ. I mean, everybody was just really pumped to get him.
I know this pick kind of caused like a little bit of controversy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to say that word, but like some people within the community were a little bit taken aback. We picked Josh Conerly Jr. because clearly he was the BPA on Adam Peters' board. Keyword, Adam Peters. That's his board. Most of us normal buffoons like me, you know, we kind of based off of our projections off of like the boards from ESPN, CBS, you know what I mean? But those are their boards. Those are just amateur boards. If they were real boards, they would be in the NFL within the war room right now. They're not like they're supposed to give us a gist, you know, a gist of like, okay, this player's supposed to go here, this player's supposed to go that. I brought that up just to say, just because the media thinks that this guy is a fringe second round pick or whatever, or a late first round pick, doesn't necessarily mean that that's not what GMs or respected GMs like Adam Peters thinks of the player. A lot of times, like some dudes go higher than normal, and it's regarding the national media. They're just like, oh, this guy's a third round pick. And then you go in the NFL community, they're like, no, this guy's a top 15 pick. The point is, like, screw the boards, dude. Like, ESPN's board, you know what I mean? Like, screw my board. My board ain't shit, you know what I mean? I don't know you. I have respect for you who wear the burgundy and gold. But respectfully, screw your board. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about Adam Peters' board, dude. And we are lucky enough to have a dude whose board is one of the best boards in the league, as shown by his track record. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. So this video is gonna be like a quick intro to Josh Conerly Jr. I'm gonna do another video and freaking, you know, go in depth. I'm gonna go in depth on Josh Conerly Jr. Dude, I'm gonna find out everything. I'm gonna find out his first grade teacher's name. You know, I'm gonna see if he's a flat earther, if what's his stance on his immigration. You know, I'm gonna find out a lot of stuff about him, dude. But yeah, and I'm going to show some highlights here. That's an old lineman, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know, some highlights. Maybe, I might just show a pancake. How about that? Just a little pancake. You know, might get people hungry. One thing I keep writing, and I keep wrote this down on my notes. Josh Conerly Jr. is the epitome of a commander. He is the ideal commander. If you ever had any doubts of like what type of dude Adam Peters and Dan Quinn seeks, it's Josh Conerly Jr.
Were you still taking calls? Was that still a discussion?
Yeah, we got a ton of calls. Excuse me, when we're on the clock. We got calls throughout the week, just preliminary calls like we talked about earlier in the week in our presser. What we had discussed beforehand is really if he was on the board, we weren't going to trade back.
This is a guy where I'm just like, he's coming into a great situation where he's going to learn from veterans like Laramie Tunsil. Apparently, Laramie Tunsil already reached out to him, which is awesome. I love that. Sam Cosmi, Tyler Biadasz, Allegretti, Andrew Wiley. He got a great locker room for him. And on top of that, like, we already heard Adam Peters say that he was the BPA. So he's also coming to a place where he's like severely wanted. Josh Conerly Jr., this is a dude where he's a 2-year starter at left tackle inside Oregon's 52-48 run pass split. But he was a high school running back. He was a high school. You can see the athleticism is there. High school running back until moving to the offensive line as a sophomore before becoming the top-ranked offensive tackle recruit in the nation. Conerly has a lean and well-rounded build with good arm length, athletic ability, and adequate play strength. Granted, I will admit, he's got to get a bit bigger. He wins as a run blocker by quickly getting out of his stance and into fits on with time, proper leverage, and on angle drive blocks to wall off and secure rush lanes. I'm just going to skip some of this stuff. Dude is 6'5", 311, wingspan of 82 inches. Ran a 40-yard dash with a 5.05. You can see, like, this dude is athletic. The positives: good athletic ability, quickness, redirect skills, fluid mover, shows good recovery skills, good mirror skills. And apparently he flashes the ability to strike through rush moves and press. And also, like, one thing I want to say is, like, he did pretty good against Abdul Carter, like the number 3 overall pick, who's going to be a stud in the NFL. I don't want to get too positive. But to the negatives, though, I mean, they are saying that his play strength, it shows up in the run game. But that's something where I'm just like, he's 21 years old. He's extremely young. So, like, he's going to, that right there regarding his play strength, that's something where that's easily fixable. But yeah, man, I'm loving this pick. BPA, you got Adam Peters keeps showing us he's gonna go BPA. He's not gonna value the need. Well, he is gonna value the need, but he's not gonna go. He's not gonna reach for a player. He time and time again he shows us this, dude. We gotta learn this from our boy. In free agency, he didn't reach. The draft in the first round, didn't reach. Clearly he said BPA. And then we go to our O-line, like, I'm just, like, thinking about, like, damn, our O-line could be, like, we got our O-line not only for, like, the next 3 to 4 years under contract, but also, like, there's a lot of upside there. We got Tunsil. I'm assuming they're going to move Brandon Coleman to left guard, which, I mean, honestly, I was kind of in favor for that because he played on the left side last year. I was like, man, I'm fucking sliding over, like, 4 inches to the right. Left guard. Tyler Biadasz at the center. I'm assuming Nick Allegretti or Andrew Wiley is going to be the right guard. Meanwhile, Cosme is going to be on PUP, possibly, to start the season. I'd probably say Allegretti. Make Wiley the swing tackle. This man played over. And then, Conerly at the right tackle. We good. Our O-line could go from being, like, last year was, like, somewhat average to, like, above average. But not only that, above average with the arrow still pointing up. Because we got a lot of young guys on the roster now, on the O-line. Like, dude, like, we got this, dude. Our franchise quarterback, Jaden Daniels, our boy, the savior. Nobody's going to touch him next year. Nobody's going to touch him, dude. Like, freaking, not even the flu is going to get a quarterback hit next year, dude. Not even the flu. But yeah, this is also a clip that I found regarding Adam Peters. And the idea of a trade back. I was team trade back. I'm going to be honest with you. But, I also thought if the BPA is there and the guy that they desire is there, which it looks like, I mean, they said it multiple times already in the interviews, it's Conerly. That's the dude they wanted. He said it multiple times.
And the whole building was behind it, right? Yeah. It was our scouts, and then it was the coaches, R&D, everybody. I mean, Bobby Johnson, of course, because he's a lineman, but, like, Brian Johnson, Cliff left me a note in my office like 4 days ago. When I wasn't in there, I'd stepped out, and there's just like a note on my desk. Take the tackle from Oregon. I come to my desk the other day.
That's good. We're back. If we're going to compete with the Eagles, we got to build the O-line. I'm hoping we're going to get a defensive lineman in the second round, hopefully. But yeah, man, I'm loving this pick, dude. I'm loving this pick. I'm so prideful today, man. I didn't bring out my jersey because I got to make this video quick because I got to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch this video and most likely receive shitty customer service there. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to do another video on Josh Conerly Jr. A little bit more, but this is just my initial reaction. Hail to the fucking Redskins. Hail to the Commanders. I don't know. Redskins, whatever you call them. Commanders, Redskins. Hey, man, I'm so prideful right now. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Adam Peters is going to cook today. He's going to cook. He's going to cook soon. We're on the board soon. Fuck.